Alright guys, just doing a rough review here of the Honey Badger. I really have to say this pedal really smooths out your top end. It has really relaxed high end. Plenty of lows and mids. A huge emphasis on the lows and on the mids. And just to give you guys a reference, just gonna give a little tutorial of a run through of um, different gain stages it could go through, and the EQ and the pre boost, how the nature works, and the treble. So here we go. Just gonna do clean right here. It's a really warm, very you know smooth sound. So let's see what I do with just bringing up the gain a bit. Very smoky sound. So that's pretty nice. It really brings a lot of flavor to your sound. So there it definitely starts adding some bite. So now I'm gonna move into the treble knob and see what this does. Move it up. Definitely spices up that mid range a lot. Not only are you bringing up the drive, but the mid range gets enhanced a bit more. Let's bring it up a bit more. So plenty of woody mids, a lot of low end right there. Even when the treble is up, you still get this nice, relaxed highs. It's never too intrusive. Very nice, smoky. I want to say Mississippi sound. Let's bring down that treble a bit. Very nice and smoky sound. So let's mess with the pre-boost right here. I really like to feel this is like a internal trim pot. Imagine if you had an internal trim pot that could mess with the gain of the drive. So that's what this is gonna be in a sense. Really cleans up that drive, makes it a bit more, I don't want to say more articulate, but just cleans up the drive signal a bit more, and just just gives you pure output. So not only does it bring up the drive, but it also accentuates the rest of the range of the bass, the mids, and the treble. And yeah, I really like that. It's sometimes you want to clean up your dirty section a bit more, so you roll this back a bit more, and it cleans up, I guess, your gain while keeping your output relatively the same in a sense. But as you increase it, your output does go up, and it also enhances, like I said, the bass, mids, and treble. So let's look at the nature knob here. I'll bring up, see what it does right here. So bring down the nature knob. Automatically, I feel I get more bass, a little bit more. The top end and the presence is a little bit evened out. So let's bring that nature knob up. So I really feel what this nature knob does. It definitely has an effect on the bass and the mids, and it either when you bring it up, I feel it opens up the bass, and it opens up your your mid tone, and as you bring it back, it sort of I don't want to say darkens up the sound, but it focuses the mids, cuts the mids a bit, and then it focuses the upper low mids. So that's a pretty nice useful knob right there, just to even out your presence, or and also I guess your mids whenever you dial in these other two over here. One of my favorite settings is like this. I'll put some delay on just for flavor. So very defined, robust, rich in mids and in the lows. Um, I would say it reminds me a lot of the G Willikers, but a little bit darker, uh, and a little bit more um, uh, focused in mids. Whereas I feel the lower mids and the higher mids are way open, but the middle mids, I guess, I don't know, are cut in this one. Whereas on the G Willikers, the mids are open throughout the bass, middle section, and the treble. And it has a little bit less gain. It has less gain than the rest of the group. Has less gain than the Copper Topper, the G Willikers. I mean, the G Willikers and the Goldilocks. And it's definitely a very touch. Gives you that bark, just that. Give it that simple touch. When we mess with the pre-boost, it really messes. I guess it helps your dynamics in a sense. Just that pre-boost knob right here really does so much. You don't want it as aggressive. You dial that back, and it kind of really helps kind of control that sag in the sense, and your dynamics, and how much touch you give it so you could distort. Bring it up a bit. So really, it's a very subtle knob. It's not so subtle, but it helps with your subtleness, if that makes any sense. It definitely it's a knob right here that helps affect a lot of your tone, and it helps with with being a little bit more subtle. So yeah, and that's the honey badger, guys. So I never played a super app, but having played the copper topper and comparing it to a real AC-15, and in my opinion, kind of having them be virtually indistinguishable from one another, playing the copper topper into Princeton and playing the AC-15 side by side. Uh, I'm really impressed with that. The honey badger itself, again, it's one of the other pedals I like out of the whole bunch. It definitely brings a lot of character to the floor. I don't want to say which one's my favorite, out of the whole bunch, but the honey badger is definitely making me want to get one. But aside from the honey badger, I want to say one of my favorites was the copper topper, because it was pretty amazing how well I could dial in that AC sound. The G Willikers is probably one of the chewiest, most saggy type amp in a box out of the whole bunch that I played. And the Goldilocks is just amazing. So definitely check out these whole boxes, guys. I'll be doing a review of the Goldilocks soon. And yeah, just this one's for the honey badger. Just give me a little run through of what it's capable of, and the tones it has to offer, and what the controls have to bring to the table. So, cheers! Thanks again, guys, and have happy holidays. Cheers.